Good afternoon, everyone. Romney Smith with WTOC for The News Now. This is where we bring you local, regional, and national news just to give you an update on what we're working on right now. Thank you so much for giving us just a few minutes of your afternoon. And thank you to those of you watching us on various platforms, our website, WTOC.com, the apps, Amazon Fire, Roku, Twitter, Facebook. Facebook, you can actually interact with us live, say hello, give a shout out of where you're watching from, ask a question. So far, hello to Suzanne Griner, Miracle Tiley. Thank you so much. Oops, you know what? My microphone wasn't even on, y'all. See? I was so excited to speak to you guys that I forgot to put my mic on, but I appreciate you guys pointing that out. Okay, so I want to let you know we are following some breaking news out of Washington, D.C. right now. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy is retiring. The 81-year-old has been an important member on the Supreme Court for 30 years. He was selected by Ronald Reagan. He hand-delivered a note to President Trump letting him know about his retirement. He will step down on July 31st. This is a big deal. It's the highest court in the land, and he's often been the swing vote on very big cases, including the constitutional right to same-sex marriage and the ongoing need for affirmative action. President Donald Trump already says he will pick the next Supreme Court justice to replace him from the list that he used to pick Neil Gorsuch. Now, this will be President Trump's second pick for the high court. And there are two Georgians on that list, Keith Blackwell of the Georgia Supreme Court and Britt Grant also of the Georgia Supreme Court. So we will keep you in the loop, especially if any of the Georgians are selected. Speaking of the Supreme Court, they weighed in today on the ongoing battle between the state of Georgia and Florida with our water wars. The Supreme Court is actually giving Florida another chance to make its case that Georgia uses too much water and leaves too little for our southern neighbor. The justices ruled 5-4 today in the long-running dispute between the two states. The fight, of course, is over our use of water from specifically the Chattahoochee and the Flint rivers that serve the booming metro Atlanta area and, of course, our powerful agricultural industry. So, in a nutshell, expect that lawsuit and the fights to continue. All right, one of the big local stories that we've been following all morning and afternoon long is the search for a missing 2-year-old girl. We reported to you earlier. She has been found, and now we're seeing new pictures of her. This is the first picture we got of 2-year-old Kamaya Vick. She disappeared last night in the lakeshore area of Port Wentworth and was found leaning against a tree in the Highlands area, which is pretty close to Port Wentworth. Here she is in the arms of law enforcement. After they found her, actually 2 recruits found her, which is really great. Officers were called in and they used many agencies to help with the efforts. They used helicopters and boats because there were nearby bodies of waters that they were scrubbing. Officials worked with many law enforcement agencies, their recruits. They also had some good Samaritans that were out there specifically looking for that kid. And again, here's video of that. I also have a comment on Facebook. Praise God, the little girl was found. Tears in my eyes for that blessing. We certainly agree. Chief Matt Libby with the Port Wentworth says the little girl was found around 12:27 this afternoon in the Savannah Highlands area. Good news, she only has minor injuries. Again, officers thanking everyone who participated in the search for her. We are still working to learn the conditions that she disappeared under and the status of her mother. The reason is because there's some questioning on how soon police were called after she went missing and exactly how she went missing if she was with her mother to begin with. WTOC's Amanda LeBreau is looking into that story. We'll have details soon. Another big story we're following today, family and friends gathered to remember a well-known community activist who was shot and killed. WTOC's Crystal Howard is working on that story, and she has a preview.
Hey digital viewers, a lot of you may remember Shantre Grant, the community activist that was killed. He was killed by something he fought hard against, which is gun violence. Well, today at 5 and at 6, I'm going to take you inside of his funeral and also let you guys hear how the community wants his legacy to live on.
All right, you guys have been continuously asking about the weather. We only have one word for you: hot. Because it will continue to be hot. WTOC Chief Meteorologist Dave Turley has details on what we can expect for this afternoon and this evening.
And a good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. I am Chief Meteorologist Dave Turley here, taking a look at these temperatures across the country. Hot here or down to the south. Look at these. Already seeing temps in the low 90s. Highs today could be seeing some mid-90s anywhere for the inland areas. Even the beaches top out in the upper 80s. So you need to be heat smart heading out there. Make sure that you keep checking around your car. Put items in the back seat. Make sure you check on your younger kids out there. Make sure they're not left in the back seat. Put a reminder sticker on your mirror and just take a little walk around the car to make sure you don't leave anything in the back. As far as what we do see as far as the showers and storms developing, Hour by hour show is pretty quiet here through about that 2 to 3 o'clock hour. I think the sea breeze gives us a chance for some storms through about that 6 p.m. hour. But we're going to wait and see a line of some showers and storms working in for the evening hours. And that might continue even into the early overnight as well. So could be a little bit active later today. Not expecting severe weather, but some showers and maybe some storms. Jamie and I will be here throughout the evening to give you more update.
All right, so there you go, your afternoon, and basically it's going to continue to be hot. It is summer in the south. That's all we can expect right now. I don't have any questions or comments on the specific news stories that we're following right now, so keep in mind you can always find us online at WTOC.com as well as our social media pages. Thank you so much for joining us for just a quick update on all the stories we're following. We will see you at 4 o'clock on TV. We are the CBS affiliate in Savannah, Georgia, WTOC. Thank you as always for joining us. We will see you later.